So what we'll be going over right now is a functional foam rolling technique for the spiral line. Spiral line is basically a loop going all the way up and from the bottom to the top, or from the top to the bottom, whichever way you're looking at it. Again, functional foam rolling is basically taking groups of muscles and chains or connections of fascial tissue and working on those to help out with your movement. So first you want to make sure that the dock and roll is at a level that you prefer. Just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start at the bottom of the foot, and then from there there's two different pathways that we can take. First pathway, we can go from the front. After the front, then we're going to go towards the side. From the side, then we're going to wrap around into the front all the way until it connects near the rib area. Right all the way back here, if you extend your arm out, you'll feel another muscle called the Serratus Anterior. We're going to get there, going to the back, going all the way towards the opposite side of the head. Now the second pathway that you can take is, again, you're starting at the bottom of your foot, you're going towards the side of the leg. From the side of the leg, you're going to the back, traveling through your glutes all the way up your back until it attaches to the same spot as the other pathway. Now you're going to be doing both sides, so you don't have to worry about it. Just make sure that you get these same groups of muscles and the fascial chains. So I'm going to start at the bottom of my foot. I'm going to place it right on top of the dock. Just like that. From there, I'm just going to work on the bottom of my foot, just loosen that up a little bit. So I'll go from the ball of my foot all the way to the heel. I'm going to use this hand to help stabilize at the dock and roll, because sometimes if you don't stabilize it, your foot might just slip off. So I'll stabilize it a little bit more. I'll hold it, going through the motion that I want to work on, back and forth, just like that. After that, then I'm going to choose which pathway I want to go to first. First one I'll do is the front one. So what I'll do is I'll place the front part of my shin on top of the dock and roll. So I'll reposition just like that. I'll go on the outer side of my shin so that I'm not on the bone itself. From there, I'll just go back and forth all the way up towards the bone on the front of the leg, right below the knee, all the way down to where the ankle bends. So I'm going all the way up towards the knee, then all the way down to where the ankle bends. So I can do that a series of times, going through that motion. Now I can change up the angle by leaning on it a little bit differently, or I can tack down a tissue and then just kind of move my ankle through a range of motion. After I get the front part of the leg, of the shin muscle, then I'm going to get the side part. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you on this side first. So I'm going to contact the side part of my leg against the dock and roll. So I'll do a tippy toe type action, and then I'll slowly drop down just like that. So again, I'll go on my toes, and then I'll drop down until I'm on my heels, adding some pressure and leaning into the dock and roll so I can roll out the side part of my leg, getting all that fascial connection and dropping it back down just like that. If I want to change it up a little bit, I can actually do more of a scissor type action, going like this, dropping it down a tad bit more onto that tissue. So I'll take my hand out so you can see. I'll go right in through here, and I'll drop it all the way down until I reach right about the pelvic area. So I'll do that again, changing up the angle, dropping all the way down towards that pelvic area. Right after I do that side area, then I'll go towards the front, so I'll go into the abdominal region. Now make sure you get both sides, but on the chain it actually crosses over, but I'm just going to get both sides when I'm actually doing this. So I'll show you on this side. I'm going to take a staggered stance, just like so. The leg that's lunging forward is the opposite side of the one I'm actually treating. So I'll be treating my left side, but my right leg will be up front. So I'll place it right below the bony prominence on the front part of your hip. I'll take a breath, exhale, so that my body sinks into the dock a little bit more. I'll hold that position, take another breath, exhale, so I can sink in a little bit further. Now the treatment area on this, you're only going from about the pelvic area all the way to the lower ribs. So you want to stay within that soft tissue area. Take another breath, exhale all the way, and dip down further. Now just be careful when you do that. You don't want to be too compressive within the rib area. Right after that, then I'm going to go on this small little muscle right in through here called the Serratus Anterior. Easiest way to find it is stretch out your arm, take your fingers, place it against your ribs until you wrap all the way around until you feel a hard spot. That's your shoulder blade. Right where that shoulder blade meets the ribs, that's the area that you want to get to. So I'll just place my hand there. Once I hit it with my fingertips, I'm going to place that area directly on the dock. So I have it on the spot that I want to go on, and then I'll kind of lean into it right on that spot. Good. Just like that, I'll hold that position. The more I stretch out my hand, the further my shoulder blade will reach out, and that can expose that area a little bit more. So I'll hold that position, lean into it, exhale, just kind of hold it there. Now I can retract, meaning I can bring my shoulder blade back a little bit to stretch out the muscle, or I can reach forward to shorten the muscle, meaning I can reach down towards the floor, just like that. So bring it back a little bit so that my shoulder blades pinch back together, and I'll reach towards the floor to shorten that muscle and just hold it there. Again, I can probe around a little bit, seeing if there's a tissue that I want to work on a little bit more. After I work on that, I can do both sides again, but afterwards I'm going to go in between my shoulder blades. So what I'll do is I'll stay on the opposite side of the dock and roll detachable unit. I'll go just like this, start at the bottom part of my shoulder blades, and slowly go all the way up until I'm about at the base of my neck. Now I'm only working on one side. It's easier to do it that way so it doesn't put too much pressure on the bumps in the middle of your back. So I'm, again, shoulder blade all the way to the base of my neck. I'll do that one more time on the opposite side, controlling the motion with my legs while I'm leaning into the dock. Slowly dropping it to the base of my neck. From the base of my neck, from there what I can do is I can go all the way towards the base of my head, or my skull. So again, base of the neck, add some pressure leaning into it, all the way to the base of my skull. Now when you actually do this, you can actually tuck in your face straight back. That'll actually add more pressure to it. So I'll add a little bit more pressure by tucking in my face and slowly going up towards the base of my skull. And that's how you get the first pathway of the spiral line. Let's go towards the second pathway. So what we'll do is we'll do the second pathway of the spiral line. We'll start off the same way. So we'll place our foot on top of the dock. Make sure you're stabilized with your hand. So I'll start at the balls of my toes, just like that, and I'll go towards my heel nice and slow, and then I can bring it back towards the ball, and then bringing it back this direction. After we work the foot, then we're going to go towards the side of the leg. So you'll position yourself in a figure 4 position, just like that. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going from the outer part of my ankle, that ball there, to the outer part of a bone right below my knee bend. So I'm going right here and I'm going all the way towards the top where I talked about that bump on the outer part of your knee, all the way back down towards the bump on the outer part of the ankle, just going back and forth. Now I'm placing my hands here to add a little bit more weight. You can also take your hand, grab the dock and roll and pull upward. When you pull upward, this bottom part of your elbow will actually push against that leg a little bit more. So I'll hold it like that, then I'll go all the way up towards the knee and bring it all the way down towards the ankle. Same thing, all the way up towards the knee and then all the way down towards the ankle. Now after you get the side part of your leg, then you can get the back part of your thigh. What you'll do is you'll position yourself just like this. You'll start right above the knee bend and you'll go all the way towards that hard bone, the sit bone in your butt. So you'll go all the way up towards your tush and then you'll bring it all the way back down towards where your knee bends. You can change up the angle a little bit by going a little bit more towards your side and doing the same pattern all the way up towards your butt and all the way down towards your knee. Or you can angle it inward slightly and go all the way up towards your butt, all the way down towards your knee. Or you can actually change it up a bit. You can find a spot you want to work on with your knee bent and then straighten it out. Find another spot, hold it there, and then straighten out your knee. And then we'll do it one more time. Find another spot, hold it there, and then straighten out your knee, just like that. After you do that, then you can work a little bit more on the tush area, the glutes. So what I'll do is I'll just go around. I'll start on the gluteal fold, or that crease right here, and I'll go all the way up towards the pelvic crest right here. So I'll start here, I'll go nice, slow, and controlled. I can let my legs slowly down as I add pressure onto my glutes, going all the way up towards that pelvic crest or that hard bone in the back. I'll do that exact same thing, starting with my hip flexed, and then I can slowly straighten it out as I go through the range of motion. Or if you want to, you can hold your knee up. This is a little bit more challenging. Hold it there and slowly drop down, adding the pressure against your glutes. I'll do that again. I'll go all the way down, adding the pressure, leaning some weight in there, and then bringing it back up. Or another option is you can find a spot, tack it down, hold it there, then you bring your knee up towards your chest and hold it. Then find another spot that you want to work on, hold it right there, then draw your knee up towards your chest. And again, make sure that you change up the angle, lean towards the side, lean towards the opposite direction to change it up a bit. After we get the glutes, then we'll go up towards the back. I'll stay on the opposite side of the duck and roll because it's easier, because there's a bigger space so your body can go through. So I'll start at the area right above the pelvic crest and go all the way up my back. So I'll start right in through that area, only working on one side at a time, leaning into it and slowly dropping all the way down. Right now I'm just going to go about mid-shoulders. And then I'll do it on the opposite side, pelvic crest, going all the way up to about the shoulder blades. Doing it on the opposite side, dropping all the way down. Now if you want to stay on the same side and just work on the same side, you can, and then go towards the opposite side thereafter. I'm leaning in. Now I'm on my left side, slowly dropping down, controlling it with my hands and also with the legs. Okay? Now I'm breaking it down. I'm actually going towards my shoulder blades. Then I can repeat what I did with the other pattern, other pathway, is I'll start at my shoulder blades, go all the way up until I reach the base of my neck. Again, start at the shoulder blades, go all the way up until about the base of the neck. From the base of the neck, I can go all the way towards the base of my skull. Again, from the base of my neck, I can go all the way towards the base of my skull. I can tuck in my face to add a little bit more pressure, base of my neck, all the way towards the base of my skull, only working on one set at a time. And that's how you get the second pathway of the spiral line using the dock and roll.